People on Twitch like stay, but people on YouTube, they're just, I don't know if they get lonely, but it's like a self-perpetuating issue, you know? It's like if you don't chat, then everyone will think it's lonely. Self-perpetuate, and then it feels sad, but it's like you got to break the cycle, you know? Twitch is good. Classic YouTube. Or maybe it's just because YouTube takes like a minute longer to go live, so all of them are just tired of waiting. Because Twitch is already popping off, dude.
Is it?
It is. It is to me. There we go. YouTube's good.
All right. All right, my dude. You ready?
Yeah.
Look at you guys here. What the fuck is that sound? Am I dropping shit? All right. My life's a
No,
mess.
you can't fix it now, dude. It's too late.
My life's a mess. All right, cool. Heard, chef. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. What up, everybody? We're going live.
Ready. Get ready. Do like this.
Dude, we could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. My name is Mark,
And I'm Vic.
and we are To Live and Talk in LA. What up, my dude?
Dude, what is going on? It's good to see you. It feels like it's been forever.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me. I don't know if
It
you
always
know
feels
Bare
like
Naked
too
Ladies.
long, you know? 1
Yeah.
week? Gosh. That's
Well,
why I
I
just
mean-
check Instagram and just like give myself a little, it's okay, you know? I'm going to see him on Wednesday.
This is a perfect example of what happens when someone in LA moves far west. You moved west.
I did. I'm gone now. I'm far away. I was thinking about, I invited you to get some wings or hang out or get dinner, whatever. I'm like, where are we even going to go? Where's the central point now? Downtown LA? Frick, dude.
I don't know where. Let's do the math. You're pretty much West LA, and I'm Glendale.
Now I'm going to look at a map of Los Angeles right now, even though I'm a local and I know the area.
I think Hollywood or West Hollywood is the middle ground. I think that might be it.
Yeah, it's like West Hollywood. Well, hey, man. You can go hang out with the boys.
I know.
There's like wings and stuff around there. There's food there.
It's probably all gluten free or something. I don't
Yeah,
know, dude.
a lot
Or
of
they're
vegan
pushing some
places.
agenda. You know, I don't know.
Trying to convert us every time we go in. Hey, you know what? They can accept the challenge. It's all good.
Already in the chat, because if you're listening to the podcast, you should also watch us live on Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. Airwell Poppy says, "I just watched a 1 minute unskippable ad to see your two faces. This better be a good one."
That says
I
a
mean-
lot.
That is pretty cool because the advertising doesn't go to us. The revenue,
Yeah, true.
it goes to
That's not-
Twitch or YouTube, wherever you're watching. I
Well,
don't
the
know
thing
where
is,
it's-
like, sometimes I'll see a video pop up and it's a minute and it's just content, and I won't even watch that because I'm like, that's too long. I can't deal with this, you know? So, Airball Poppy watched an ad for something totally unrelated just to get
What-
here. That's cool.
what was the ad? I want to know that. I think that's really important to know our demographic, and
That's true.
because the it has to be like the actual answer here, which is, have you ever done Hulu with ads?
For about 2 episodes of a show, and I said, I'm out of here.
When Hulu does ads, they play the same 2 or 3 ads over and over again. And I'm convinced it's to pound you into submission, so you have to get the ad-free version.
Yeah. I
Because,
can't do
like,
3 times in a row the same ad. Like, I
I
want to
like-
kill myself. It's bad.
I actually like commercials. Commercials are kind of nice for me. They're very soothing. It's a
Wow.
nice little break from the show, and it's a very telling time of where you are in life in terms of like the years. Like in the 90s, do you remember when it was all about, what are you doing, man? Put down the remote and go back to school.
Yeah, and
That
like
was a
weird
thing.
animals and stuff.
And then in the 90s, they also had the when they sold CDs, like now that's what I call music, volume
Oh yeah.
79.
And Kids
Eh,
Bop too.
Kids Bop. That was a perfect capsule. If you watched like a commercial, you know what
What's
era it
going
was
on?
made
That's true.
because of the video quality. Now everyone skips commercials, and it sucks because. And I don't know if your girl does this or you do this. The Guatemalan, when there's commercials, she puts it on mute.
I do too. To like spite them.
I don't like
I
that because
shut it down.
I can't hear what is being done. These
So
people work
weird.
hard. I'm talking about the actors. These
Yeah.
people are here to and paid to shill, which is what I want to do.
That's true. That's like their big break when you get a commercial. I feel like maybe not. I don't know, but I think for a lot of them it is.
Commercials, if you get on a good commercial, you make lots of money, from
Yeah.
what I've heard.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm in LA. I don't do any acting, but you know,
I mean, I would love to be in a commercial.
me too. Or even an extra in something. I would just love to walk through this set. You know, just I'll do anything on any of the shows that I really like. I would. I don't even care.
I want to do commercial work. I mean, imagine working on a commercial at McDonald's.
One of my friends was in a Wendy's commercial in Spanish, and I fucking love it. And I watched that commercial like 50 times because she's so cute in there. It's funny.
Your friend?
My friend, a real friend of mine. Yeah.
And did she have talking lines?
Yeah, for sure. She was the girl behind the
Oh,
register, like making jokes and stuff. I was like, hell yeah.
dude, you should ask how much she made.
I'm curious. And then she ended up doing her own film and producing and starring and directing her own film after that. So commercials are the pathway to success, is what my one anecdote says.
I mean, I would love to see a Wendy's commercial. Yo Tango Hombre.
Yeah.
I
El,
got this.
El Wendy, you know,
Yo Tango Hombre El Wendy.
nailed it.
I could do this. I feel like I could.
You go.
We
Today-
really are in episode 28. We're like totally not jiving today. What's going on? Let's shake it off. Shake it off.
Shut up. It's okay. I was just saying in the chat, GTA new Bounty Hunter online play is what the ad was for. So I think that's pretty cool. I think it's because we were talking about like rap battles and some thug stuff a couple weeks ago, and it blended into our algorithm. I'll take it.
Yeah. Kendrick Lamar. I mean, Kendrick Lamar was kind of blowing shit up during our show last week. I mean, we kind of cut into his viewers,
We
obviously.
took some shots at him, so it's fine.
And he
He,
we
he
talk
has
about
not
like,
responded to us, so I don't know what his deal is.
there is something special to be said about him doing that Drake diss song 6 times.
I saw that too, and I was like, I don't know that I would like that. I think everybody likes that song more than me, though, so I can't really relate. I thought Euphoria was really good, though. I really like that one.
Would you not want to hear him diss Drake 6 times live in a concert?
I don't think I want to hear anything 6 times. Then it starts feeling like an ad. You remember in Austin Powers? You remember Will Ferrell's character? And he says, damn, 3 times or 2 times? And if you do
Yeah.
the same thing multiple times, he just is forced to succumb to deal with whatever you want. I feel like that's like me. I start losing my shit at like 2 or 3 times. I can't do it. So when my girlfriend watches TikTok videos, she watches it 3 times. I'm like, I have to leave the room. I've heard it already.
Are you that stimulated by sound that if you hear it twice or 3 times, you freak out?
Drives me fucking crazy. We moved into this place and the blinds clatter around constantly, and it's like it drives me nuts, dude. Like I have to leave the room. I have chip clips next to all the windows to clamp all the blinds together because I hate the sound of them so much. This is like torture to me.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
6 times because Drake is from the 6.
Oh. See, there's all these people on the internet like decrypting all this stuff. I'm glad they're here.
Well, I mean, when I watch TV shows like Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul or Star Wars, Acolyte, there's all. I'm really bad at picking up the symbolism on
Yeah,
stuff like that.
themes. I'm like, ah.
And if you watch the video breakdowns, they'll be like, "Oh, this is when Walter White was kind of a good guy because he's wearing bland clothing colors, but when he starts
Okay,
wearing
dude.
red, he's." And then, I mean, it's one thing when people are speculating, but then I started listening to things like the Better Call Saul podcast, and
Yeah.
the directors and the writers are all talking about, yeah, totally. Like the clothing is intentional
Yeah.
and it's cool, but isn't the majority of people dumb? They don't pick up on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool, but also like if he was just wearing random stuff every day, I don't know that it would make a difference. You know what I mean? Like if he
Hmm.
decided to wear green one of those days or something instead of red, like would we be like, it doesn't feel as like sinister. Like would that affect how I perceive it? I don't know. I don't think so.
I mean, it could if he's wearing jorts and UGG boots.
Yeah, sure.
I-
But it's like, within normal reason, like I think I'm like, I don't know if it really matters. And I feel like that sometimes does that take away from their like artistry? Is that me just being ignorant? I don't know. Like there's a lot of stuff in movies that I'm just like, why do they even bother with this shit? Nobody cares. Somebody
Yeah,
does.
well, somebody does. I
Yeah,
mean, I
somebody does.
watch breakdown videos. I don't know. Are you watching? Are you a big Star Wars fan?
I am. Although I'm
Yeah.
kind of like Star Wars and Marveled out right now a little bit, but I am a fan.
So you're not watching Acolyte right now?
Not currently, no.
It's
I
funny,
was in.
man,
Yeah.
because I think Acolyte is great.
Okay.
It's like a fun show, and I say this about wrestling fans, but I think it stemmed from Star Wars fans, which is nobody hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
And they they shit on everything. There's this one episode, and it's not to give you spoilers because when you watch it, I want to know
It's
what your
okay.
thoughts are in
Yeah.
Acolyte. But there's the story, and then in episode three, it's a flashback episode. It's a
Mm,
flashback episode.
okay.
So you kind of set the stage of how we got to where we are in that moment in the story.
Yeah.
And people are just complaining and ripping on it, saying, It's obvious the X, Y, and Z. Like, why do we have to have this? It's a filler episode," kind of calling it like an anime thing.
Yeah.
And it's like if you say you like Star Wars, why do you watch it? Because Star Wars, and I hate when I say Star Wars because my S's are popping really hard on this mic for some
Mm.
reason, but it's
Hit me with it.
it was Star Wars is not a complex story. It
Yeah.
has really cool, Darth Vader was Luke's dad and cool reveals, but it wasn't deep. It wasn't
No.
like watching
Star
Breaking Bad,
Trek. Oh.
Star Trek. Like, it's not. It was geared to like, and that's a good example because it's just fun stories and people rip on it, and I think there's a little bit of it because the main character, the protagonist and antagonist are black chicks, and it's
Ooh.
is it the woke mafia that they're all ripping on, and it's if you
Liberals are
hate it, you
ruining
hate it.
everything. Yeah.
But I can't distill when I read comments. Do you hate it because you think it's woke, or do you hate it because you're a fucking idiot and can't understand the story? Both, you're an idiot in both ways.
They're just different flavors. Yeah. Star Wars fans are tricky. They cannot be pleased. I think there's a lot of universes that are that way though. Same thing with like the certain gaming communities, like no matter what they do, everybody's just pissed about it, right? And it feels that way. I think everybody's just so vocal online too. Like, I don't know. Before it used to be like some dude mad and everybody's like, what are you talking about? But now you can like find your people so
Hmm.
easily. You can find other haters to join you. So
Yeah.
it's like, although, look, I'm not gonna lie, I fell off on Obi-Wan. I was like, I can't finish this. I'm so bored. So that's like the last thing I watched. I thought the Andor was pretty good. I could check out Acolyte. I watched Ahsoka. That was fine. So I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, it's fun. I think it's a good show to watch. It's it's a good time. And if you think it's woke, you're a fucking idiot. If you think the story is too simple, you're also a fucking idiot. Just putting it out there. Ultimately, we all have opinions, but they're all wrong. Um, I say this because I started listening randomly to episodes of the Pod Meets World podcast. It's the people from Boy Meets World rewatching the show,
Nice.
and it's an interesting thing because the guy who played Sean Hunter, Ryder Strong, talks about it, which is
Right.
in the '90s you had a captive audience because you had so much responsibility telling a story because everyone was watching it.
Mm-hmm.
A TV show today, you're competing against movies on demand, you're competing against video games, TikTok, ADD, people are on the spectrum. You have all
Yeah.
these things you're competing against. and everyone's not even really watching your show. They're watching it on their phone, and there's just
They're
too
like
much
half
beyond it.
watching. Yeah.
But at the time, all you could do is watch it, and if you missed an episode, you're fucked.
That's true because like where are you gonna get it? You know, maybe they do reruns or something, but I think it's
Mhm.
like weeks later, right? Or in the middle of the night or something. Like you couldn't catch up. I mean, that's why a lot of shows back then were episodic though, and they're just like random. You know, now we have like serialized TV where everything connects, and that's like
Yeah.
everything has to be that way now, kind of.
Mhm.
And all the seasons are shorter too. I hate that. You know, I'm watching I've been watching Star Trek Voyager. I'm not gonna talk about this for too long. I don't want to lose the audience, but I will say
Mhm.
Star Trek has been woke for a long time. There's like weird like characters that are like, you know, just different stuff. Like there's a dude who's, you know, has someone's body inside of them and they pass down whatever, and minorities kissing each other and all kinds of cool shit, dude. Um, but I've been watching Voyager, and it's like something crazy can happen. The captain will like murder someone at the end of the episode, and then
Mhm.
next week it's just like, all right, everything's cool. We're back on the bridge. Like nobody cares. Everything's gone. So it's like, you know, it doesn't even matter kind of what you see and what you don't. You can watch them in almost any order, and it's kind of
Yeah.
nice. I could just pop in. I skip
That's
stuff.
that there is something special to be said about that type of show. I mean, I know it's one thing to get the story from the character from this arc to this arc,
Mm,
and there's a lot of payoff if you do it right, but that's the expectation for TV. But there is something nice about turning on the TV, and if you watch this episode, it doesn't affect the last episode. It's not going to affect the next
yeah,
episode. Maybe in a two-parter for whatever
sure.
reason, but it doesn't change the story, and I kind of miss that.
Yeah,
That's
it's more casual.
it's essentially fast food. It's just you're not really missing out on anything if you miss it, but if you watch it, you enjoy it.
We have some commentary in the chat here. I just want to call it out. Holding up chip clips on the blinds is actually brilliant. Thank you.
Hmm.
I think I come up with brilliant stuff all the time. Nobody recognizes my genius. Um, if Vader were purple, would he be as scary? I don't think so. So maybe there's something there, right? We were
I'm
talking
gonna
about
push.
color before.
I'll push back on that one. Purple is kind of a scary color.
If it was like a dope, like dripped out like purple with
Mhm.
like, you know, maybe he would still be pretty scary. I don't know, because there's some that wear red in Star Wars and they look hard as fuck too. So
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know.
Wait, what are the scariest colors and what are the most non-threatening colors?
Okay, non-threatening is easy. You got baby blue,
Hmm.
pink, yellows.
Hmm.
Those are like, I will never be afraid of anybody. You could be holding a knife up to me, and if you're wearing like a yellow jumpsuit, I'm like, I don't know. I think he's fine.
Or there's Kill Bill.
That's
There's, you know,
true.
so she was a baddie in yellow, and then
But
she
that's
was
why she killed everybody, because they were like sleeping on her.
they weren't ready for it.
She's
So
wearing
red,
yellow.
scary color.
Red is a scary color.
Mhm.
Also, brown. Anybody who's willing to wear brown, I'm like, I don't know what's going on with this guy. I don't think people wear brown. Something's wrong.
The brown itself is not scary. It's the person who's wearing brown is what
Right.
makes it scary.
Well, and that's what we're talking about, right? It's like
Mm.
if like clothing, particularly colors that are scary. If some dude's wearing like a brown T-shirt, I'm like, this dude is nuts. You know? I think red also, yeah, maybe purple. Purple is like royal and, you know, chic and stuff, but also can be scary because it's like witchy.
Yeah, that's an interesting thought. Like, I mean, South Park and Simpsons do that. Bart and Lisa Bart's been in fourth grade ever since the dawn of time. Never aged them.
Yeah.
So you can kind of tell different stories. That's kind of nice. Except I don't like the Simpsons anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they're tired, man. Those characters need to be laid to rest. I'm sorry, you know. I know it's like classic, but eventually it's like, all right, come on.
When is enough? Because they have about 40
I
seasons.
was gonna say 30 seasons, 40 seasons. Like this shit is gone. This is not even what I don't even. Is it any of the original cast anymore? They're probably all dead.
I don't know. I remember one time the person who voiced Lisa, she's looked at my story on Instagram, and it was her. It was a verified profile. I'm like, cool.
The voice actress of Lisa,
Or Bart. I think
Oh.
it was, no, it was Bart. It was Bart.
still cool.
Yeah, it was cool. I was like, whoa. It's kind of like royalty looking at my shit.
Did you DM them like, hey, I saw you saw my story. Like, what was your favorite
Yeah.
part?
What's up, baby girl?
Yeah, I've seen you on Wikipedia. What's up?
That's how I know I've made it in life, if I have a Wikipedia. and
I
I can't
mean,
create it myself. Like someone has to have written it
yeah,
for me.
yeah. Well, it's like, and you can make one for yourself, but if it doesn't have a whole lot on there, it's like, it's just kind of a bummer, you know. You want to have
Yeah.
some paragraphs.
Yeah, I need like a little oomph in it. So if I have a Wikipedia, I'm good. I know I'm doing well in life if someone made me one,
You can have
or I'd be doing terrible.
ChatGPT just like fill one out with a bunch of like fluff words
Hmm.
just to get like a long scroll, you know? We'll see. Give it time.
Hmm. Do you use ChatGPT a lot?
I did when I was like working a different job. Now I don't have to like think of words, so I don't use it anymore. I do use it for some underhanded tactics that I don't want to necessarily give away right now, but it's just hard coming up with sentimental stuff, you know? So I do use it for that sometimes.
I don't use it.
You should try
There's
it.
never.
It's really nice, actually.
I mean, I've played with it, and I've done little stories like tell me like about an episode
Yeah.
of The Office where Gordon Ramsay's yelling at them, and like they do a little mock-up story, and I was like, ah, that's kind of fun. But when I write, I want to control my words.
Yeah, I mean, like, what are you, like, writing all of the cards that you give to people? You think of them? You think of everything that's in there?
I do.
Like a birthday
Don't
card or like a I'm sorry card?
absolutely I do.
Oh, wow.
I
You're a good guy.
I write from the heart. I'm kind of like I'm like Stan and Eminem. Like I write from the heart, and I let you know how I'm feeling. The fact he didn't write me. It's been 3 months and you still ain't calling.
Like,
It's like fucked up.
you know those cards that are blank on the inside? That's when you get a chat GPT. If you accidentally buy a card that's fucking blank, it's like, well, I'm going to have to pull out the big guns for this one. I see my girlfriend in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and reread my birthday card. I don't use those evil tactics on you, babe. I'll have you know. That's for like randos, though, you know. One time this person's dog passed away, and I had to like write them an email about it. And I was like, okay, I don't know what to say, you know.
Yeah,
So
it's just.
I'm a shitty guy. I don't know. Whatever.
I thought you had a heart, bro.
I do sometimes.
Well, what's going on with you, man? In your neck of the woods?
Dude, I've been I feels like I'm in Malibu every day, which is good and bad. You know I love free lunch. I've been hooking that up all the time, but otherwise just kind of chilling, dude. I have run into some stuff over the last week that I wanted to run by you though. One of those is selling things because I've been moving. I moved in this place. I've been trying to sell shit online, and I was griping about this like I don't know 3 weeks ago or something about how nobody was buying my stuff, and everybody just says like it has these like AI chat messages built in that says, "Hi, is this still available?" So everybody just sends you that, and then you have to answer the same dumb question for everyone, and they don't reply. Well, I have an update. So I've had 0% success selling things online. But my girlfriend was like, "Hey, why don't you have me? I'll try and post them too and sell them." And I'm like, "What is the point of both of us posting the same item with the same photos on the same things?" Like I felt to me like this is a repost. I don't like that, right? But she did it anyway. I sent her the photos, and let me tell you something. She has sold multiple things. She sold a dining table I've been trying to sell for 3 weeks. She sold it full price without the chairs. Somebody came and bought this fucking table and left the chairs for $100. I've been trying to sell the package deal for $100, and I'm getting lowballed like $50, $40. I was ready to accept $50 from some random asshole just to get out of my house. So what does that say? Is it because it's me? Do people not want to buy stuff from me?
I mean,
Am I a fucking Frankenstein's monster? Like I'm just like, what is this?
I'm kind of like the therapist. I'm letting you come to your own realization. I wouldn't say Frankenstein. I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
Let me ask you this: is there a description difference that she's using versus you?
I don't think so. I mean, I described it very clearly. I will say this, okay? I used even my dating profile pic on my profile, and it is a charming photo, I think. I think it's a good picture. So it's like, because I don't think people are seeing me and they're like, "Oh, this guy looks fucking weird." Like I look like a cute, like normal guy, I think. So I don't know what to say.
What's your girl's picture?
That is what I need to find out actually right now. Babe, if you're in the chat, Do you have a profile picture? I'm yelling at her in the house, but I can just tell on my mic.
Maybe she's
We'll
saying
see.
like, there's some creeps out there, dude. Maybe she like wrote in the description, "Yeah, my feet touched it."
That's so true. I wonder if she's
That
putting
could be
that in the
it.
description, like used it to clean my feet on, or something.
Mhm.
Also, though, I will say she's been selling things to other chicks. So maybe there's like a woman connection where they're like, oh, she's like a woman. She's not gonna kidnap me. I'll buy this from her. Whereas people see I'm a dude named Victor and they're like, I don't know, this is weird. You know,
Yeah, maybe is it Facebook?
I have it's Facebook and then also OfferUp.
Yeah.
I
The
don't know.
play here is you have to have a picture with you and your girl on OfferUp.
I think you're right.
I think you have to show that you're in a couple, you're a couple in a relationship,
Yeah.
and I think that needs to be said.
You know what's
Ye-
funny though? That's a good idea actually, and that just remind me of something because this girl came by and bought our table yesterday, right? And so she arrives at her apartment. I put this table together because it was disassembled. We put it together for her. She checks it out, and it's like a pretty fucking heavy table. Like when I carry it, I need someone's help, or I'm rolling it. It's round, and the and I disassembled the table for her, and she's ready to leave, right? And I'm like, okay, do you want me to like help you carry it down? She's like, no, I got it. And she lifts the entire table up herself and showed us that she can do it for 2 seconds because she was trying to get the fuck out of here as fast as she could. Like, even though we were a couple and we were normal, I was just chilling on the couch playing PS4, trying to show her that we're non-threatening. I got the sense that she's like, I need to get out of here as soon as I can. So she just lifted the entire table herself and ran that shit downstairs. She did
She
not want the help.
she had the adrenaline rush of when
Yeah.
a mom has to lift a car to
Mm-hmm.
get her kid out of it. She probably was freaking out because you're playing PS4. It's like, dude, it's
What year is it?
2024.
I know
Yeah,
it's
what
so
year is
true.
this, dude? What,
She saw that old busted DualShock. She was like, "This place is a psycho lives
yeah.
here." Yeah.
Like, obviously, this guy's some kind of sex degenerate, and this woman has like doesn't care, and this guy's playing PS4.
Someone in the chat. Sorry, bro. Sorry to say, bro. You gotta act gay now when you're selling stuff. I should have said describe the table as fabulous. Fight
I
or
love
flight.
I love boning dudes on this table. It's really sweet.
Can hold up an entire man on his
Yeah.
back. Right?
Source M gay. I I love plowing dudes and blowing guys while using this table. It's totally meant for sex things with other hot dudes.
Fully sanitized now, though. Don't worry.
No, maybe it should be like mid
If you're
sanitized.
into that, yeah. Hey,
I mean, yeah, if you're gonna commit to being gay, you got to commit to being gay.
gotta use
Well,
your pronouns. That's true too. I think that is a non-threatening. That's true.
yeah. Did we talk about how I know it's a pronoun friendly world, and if you identify as they, them, that's cool. I just have an issue, and my eyes roll so hard to the back of the head when I'm like the Undertaker when I see a straight dude use he, him in there.
You know what? I'm the same way. I'm like, okay, dude. It feels mean though. I feel like I'm not supposed. It's like one of those things you're not supposed to laugh at. But I just can't. I don't know. I can't help it.
I appreciate, like, if someone identifies as a like if this person transitioned from he to her, I'm
For
cool with
sure.
that.
Yeah, of course.
But when you're just some regular straight dude and you're just like
Yeah,
he,
no
him,
shit, dude.
yeah, I think it's implied.
Yeah.
This isn't for you, quite honestly. Like it's kind of like, this might sound weird,
This isn't about you.
appropriation. I think it's
Oh,
appropriation. I think it's
okay.
appropriation.
It could be. It could
Ye-
be pronoun appropriation, or who's it appropriating?
Yeah.
Non, you know. I don't know. I'm in the danger zone here. I don't even know how to describe what I'm
you're
thinking.
appropriating
Yeah.
the pronouns, because I think it's used to identify people who identify as a certain way. And your certain way isn't just if you're a regular straight dude.
Yeah, it's like you don't have
There's a
to
lot.
say. I feel like it's just for special cases, and it's like that's their
I don't
thing.
like it. Mhm.
Dude, Airball Poppy is cracking me up in the chat today. I don't know where this person's been this whole time. I am eating this shit up. Poppy, that is fucking funny. Yeah. Anyways, it's just like I should try it. Maybe I'll try it, but I feel like then you get a strike on your man card when you do he him, you know, when everybody already knows. Maybe for selling purposes, I'll do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you need to put a picture of you and your girl.
Yeah, I'll do it in phases. Is what I'm saying. Like if
Mhm.
I'll try it just a couple's picture, see how it works. If I'm not seeing success, then I'll do he him in a loving relationship in my description, you know, and see if that changes anything. Then we'll put a picture of our cat in between us, and that's I think if that doesn't work, I don't know.
You know what'll make you even more approachable is if you say, "Me and my partner are selling."
Oh yeah,
You have to say the word partner, and you have to say and home. You can't say house. So like, this is great for we're moving homes, and we need to declutter.
yeah. Well, I didn't want to
It's
tell
not a
people
house.
that I was moving because then they're like, "Oh, he's desperate. He needs to sell this shit. Him is desperate. He needs to get rid of this thing." You know. So I didn't want to give them any sense of time frame. I'm just like, "Yeah, come through, whatever. You have to
Yeah,
pick it up, cash only, bitch."
yeah, dude. Like I told you, I don't sell shit anymore. I'll
Yeah.
donate it or I'll throw it away.
Yeah, dude. Okay, I have a story about that too, actually. So we've
Mhm.
had a pile of shit on our main primary table out there for like a week because we went to Chicago. We came back. It was just all there. And I woke up one morning and I was like, man, I'm getting rid of this crap. So I
Mhm.
threw it all in two big ass bags, like bigger than like my body weight's worth of stuff. Okay, put it in my car. I went out there. Okay, I did not know how competitive it was to donate things. Like Goodwill is packed. They're full by like if they've been open for like an hour or two, they're like, sorry, we're not taking any free stuff today. It's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is this? You don't need this stuff? I think that's frustrating. So you have to get there before they open. And I swear to God, like people are parking in the red, people are double parked. I refuse to do that. So I parked down the street, carried all my shit over there to the bins. And it's like they're giving away free stuff almost. They wheel out these big carts. There's one girl wheeling out these big carts, and everybody's just standing there with all their shit. I feel like I was at a track meet. Like everybody's ready, you know. And then she puts a sign on that says Home Goods, and people just rush the fucking cart and started putting their stuff in there. And all my stuff was not sorted, so it was like very tense, dude. I had to put it in the right bins, and there was a lot of people there, and I was like really surprised. I think it shouldn't work that way.
Mm. Well, every Goodwill I've been to is different, which is some of them will have you say, here's for clothing, here's for home goods, here's for TVs and
Yeah,
entertainment. And then some, it's just like drop whatever you want in this bucket, this
yeah.
endless bucket. And I love those.
Well,
I've been burned by the donation center is closed because they're at
I
capacity.
hate
And
that
I'm
shit.
saying, dude, I need to get rid of my crusted socks. Take them. I don't
Dude,
want them anymore.
you're like my girlfriend, bro. Okay, look. So, okay, I want to finish the first story, and then we'll talk about that because that made me laugh too. The Home Goods, and they had an apparel box, and
Hmm.
there was basically no apparel. Everybody was giving away home shit. And so I go up and I'm like, hey, does this go over there? Because I saw her putting toys in a different bin. She's like, yeah, the toys go over there. And I'm like, oh man, it's so crazy. I'm sorry, it was so busy. I'll put that for you over there. And she's like, yeah, it is busy. And there's no men to help me. And she looked back into the garage and shouted that shit. And I'm like, dude, this girl is about to break. It's tough at Goodwill. But anywho, as I was donating stuff, I opened a bag and there was a shaker of ranch dressing seasoning and a used bag of fucking like cough drops. And I'm like, I know this is not for donation. I know you're not trying to donate used cough drops. I sent a picture to my girlfriend. She claims she was not trying to donate this stuff, but it was in the donations bag. So I just don't know, dude. I don't know.
Someone might be trying to make lean. You never know.
People
That's
be
actually
getting rid of all kinds of weird stuff, dude. I was looking through that bin like, no one wants this. Throw this away. Shame on you.
yeah.
Mm. Throw this away.
Oops.
Oh,
Shame
there it
on you.
is.
There's the echo right there. Not good for you, dude. Like
Yeah.
you should have. I was gonna say, good for that lady for shaming the guys there.
Yeah.
That's kind of ballsy, dude.
I mean, she's out there
She was
lifting stuff.
she was on one that day. She wasn't having a good one.
I threw some stuff away. I looked through the donations because I was putting them in the bin, and I separated some and took them back in my car, and I'm gonna toss
Mhm.
that shit out because I'm like, I cannot donate this. I cannot willingly do this. I'm gonna be up at night thinking about this.
Cough drops.
Yeah. What about underwear? You think donating underwear? What if they're clean?
I mean, people need underwear. I mean, if it's in good condition, yeah. Well, you wouldn't buy it because you're doing all right. But if you're destitute,
I was down
you need
bad.
underwear.
Yeah. True.
You go underwear or you go commando. Do you go commando?
Fuck no. No,
I
hard no, dude. I can't. I can't even wear
I-
like boxers comfortably. I need boxer briefs. I need the support. Not to be TMI.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I mean, this is actually a story I wanted to do, and maybe we can segue into going commando. But
Oh yeah.
uh, a game developer demanded naked sauna sessions with employees.
Ooh.
I don't know if how you feel about this work culture, but a Polish game developer studio by the name of Spectrum Studios may have found itself in a steamy situation after it published a recruitment advertisement with a bizarre request to attend naked sauna sessions with the entire team. The studio's creative director, Jacek Pirokowski, posted the ad on LinkedIn. And so he posts the ad, and it says, apparently the reason I'll call him P, is demanding these naked sauna sessions is that Spectrum Studio is working on a game where the main character is a sauna master. He reasons that by holding these naked sauna meetings, he believes that his storytellers will be able to come up with good and great content and scenes.
He's doing
Is
it
this a
for
good-
the work, dude. He's a hard worker.
Is this a good work environment? I mean, you're in a sauna. I'll give you that.
I mean, it just depends who you ask, dude. You have to get some like OnlyFans models to do this or something because they're comfortable with their bodies. You know what I mean? Me, do I want to do that? Maybe for a day, but after that, I'm good. You have to cycle out a lot of people. You know what I mean?
Well, then the question is, are you comfortable being naked in front of people? And I'm not talking about having sex with people. Are you comfortable being naked?
Just like standing there.
Well, you're in a sauna, yeah, like, or a jacuzzi. I've had this
Not
conversation
really.
recently. I had this conversation with some homies,
Yeah.
and they're talking about, oh, we're gonna go to Big Bear, like, get in the jacuzzi or whatever. And something came up, and then they said, yeah, we went naked in there.
I don't know
Mixed
about that.
company, mixed company,
Wait, what do you mean mixed company?
guys
Co-
and girls
co-
with their partners, with their partners.
Ah, nah, I can't do that, dude.
I
don't
can't
think
do
so.
it.
Nah, I
And
don't
they
think so.
and I was being I was called uptight, and I said,
Wow.
if that's uptight, then I am fucking rigid tight, dude. Like, you can't put anything in this tight ass because I am clenching right now thinking about
Yeah.
that because I am not comfortable being naked in front of people. And
Jacuzzi's like a bowl of soup. You're all cooking
Mm-hmm.
in each other's fluids there, dude. I don't like it. Just to begin
mean,
with.
it's one thing if I have my towel or robe right there and I
Okay.
would stand up and turn and then put it on. But then they pushed the envelope on this, which was, no, man, you just go straight naked. And I said, no, I'm not comfortable doing this. And they would say, but my partner, and it's like, I don't want to see any of you guys naked. I'm not saying I don't want to see one person. I'm like, I don't want to see my homies naked.
I don't either.
I don't.
At all. I don't even want to see my homies' girlfriends naked. Like, we don't need to do any of that stuff, you know? This co-ed naked shit. No, dude. I think that's for teenagers, you know? Like, or old ass people who've just gone off the cliff already, you know? We're in this mid zone where we still have our like dignity. I can't do that. Maybe
not
I
a-
sound like
I-
a prude.
I'm 100% acting like a prude because I'm not about that life.
It's just
And
like,
I
is it better naked?
maybe
Can we just wear trunks? Like, what's up?
that was out of the question to them.
Yeah, they're trying to initiate you.
And I said, no, I'm not down with that. I'm just not. And it's it'd be I feel like it's weird being on the the minority,
Yeah.
but it's weird being the minority in something where I feel like this should have been the norm.
Something that's just totally understandable. Yeah. And it's like, wait, what happened here?
When did this shift
They
happen?
flipped the script on you. Yeah. That's a weird one.
now you're kind of second guessing yourself, and I'm thinking, is there something wrong with me? And I had to say, wait a minute,
Nah,
no,
nah, nah, nah. I'm normal. This is okay.
this
Yeah.
is okay. I don't want to be naked in front of the homies.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I don't even like in gyms when there's people like changing all the way down. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, dude. This is a public place. Or like you go to like Magic what the hell is that place called? Hurricane Harbor, and there's some
Yeah,
old dude with his nuts out in the bathroom. It's like, what is going on here? I can't accept it.
raging waters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Not okay.
there was a time when you took PE in middle school and high school where you took a shower.
That's so
That was
fucking weird to think
that
about.
was a thing. But when I got to high school and middle school, that wasn't a thing.
Did they still have the showers there? Because mine had showers, and it was like a
Hmm?
relatively new school, but I've never once seen someone shower there in all of my days of PE. No.
The only time I think I saw the shower was when people were swimming in a pool and they rinsed themselves off, but they
Mm.
had their trunks on,
Yeah, still.
which I never understood. Which when you go to a pool and to prevent athletes' feet, you have to wet your feet.
Yeah,
What kind
that
of
is a thing.
weird logic is that? I mean, I'm sure there's a science to it, but you have to step in the wading pool or wash your feet before you go in there, and it helps prevent athletes' feet.
They did that at the aquarium. You got to rinse your hands with their like aquarium water before you stick it in the to touch the stingrays. I don't get
Oh,
it.
you touched a
I
stingray.
touched a stingray. I touched some other ugly fish. I don't remember what it was called. I touched like 3 fish. Starfish too. It's pretty cool. Um, Airball Poppy. I hated the baseball games, the bathrooms that have no dividers, and everyone pees into one large trough of ice. I will say, I love baseball bathrooms. I love peeing into a trough. It is so fun for me. I'm not looking at other people's dicks. It's just like a shared experience. It's a baseball thing, you know?
I don't like the trough. I'm not a fan of that. I
Mm.
do like the ice.
Yes.
The ice is something where I feel like women don't understand. Like there's a few things women will never be able to understand. Um, you know,
That's one of them.
like dude bro love, peeing in the urinal and making a full dollar out of like the guy's dollar, right? Like they just don't. There's things that they won't experience.
I like picking a weird angle and then seeing if I can drill a hole through it. You know? That's the
Peeing in
best.
ice is honestly, it's a beautiful feeling because it's instant gratification of you can see the ice slowly kind of just slowly melt and you can feel it just feel all is right in the world. Everything
It's
just
true.
feels good as you're peeing into a urinal full of ice. That is one of my top 5 joys in life.
It actually is. And it's funny because I haven't thought about this for a long time until right now. And I feel like I'm just smiling now. Like I just feel good thinking about peeing in ice. I should start putting ice in my toilet. What am I doing? We have 2 toilets here. Is this crazy? We have 2 bathrooms in this house. Okay. One of them is our bathroom. That's the master.
Yeah.
Actually, excuse me, the primary. It's 2024. That is the primary bathroom for the 2 of us. And then there's this bathroom connected to my gamer productivity zone, and nobody uses it. So I could just drain the tank and put some ice in that shit and just make it a dude toilet. You know?
Yeah.
Is it taking it too far?
No. You're not
Okay.
taking it far enough. Install a urinal.
Wow. In this apartment? Maybe I should. I'm going to put one right on the wall next to my desk so I never have to get too far from my computer games.
Everyone talks about like a bidet or something, or like no, urinal is the place to go. If I'm ever rich, there's 2 things I want to do in life. One of them is to get a pair of the Heaven's Gate Nikes that the people killed themselves in war.
What?
And
What is that?
you don't know Heaven's Gate?
I've literally never heard of this. I'm looking it up right now.
Oh my God! It was a cult in San Diego, and when everyone had like it was a mass suicide, and when the feds came in, they saw all these dead bodies. They're covered in a purple blanket, but the only thing that they were showing were their feet.
Dude,
And you can
these
see their-
Nikes are hard as fuck.
They go hard as
These are
fuck,
sick.
dude.
I'm looking at it right now. I love them.
And it's a great story, by the way. Which is
I didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry, go ahead.
no, this is good because I can talk about this all day.
Yeah.
Which is one of the reps from Heaven's Gate or something that day went into a Nike outlet store and bought all those shoes. And the guy who's working there is probably thinking, wow, best day ever. I'm
Yeah.
selling 400 pairs of shoes, not knowing that was going to a mass suicide. And uh, the suicide happens. You see like the picture of them all wearing the Nikes, and then
I'm
Nike
seeing it.
pulls the plug on them.
You can't
And if
get
I'm,
these anymore.
you can't get them.
Really? What?
You,
These are
I
so
think
cool.
they don't make them. There's probably been like these weird customizations that people have done with Nike
Yeah.
to kind of emulate it. But if I'm rich, I'm getting myself a pair of Heaven's Gate Nikes. I want the original
Dude,
ones. The other thing I'm doing is put in a urinal in my home.
that's pretty sweet, man. I think you got your priorities straight because I'm looking at these Nikes. These are fucking cool. I would wear these. And I'm not a big sneaker guy, but these are pretty cool. And the urinal, I mean, everybody loves them. You know, wow, I'm looking at a pair right now. They're only $1,800, dude.
I know.
These are probably not real. Maybe
Yeah, I
they
don't know,
are.
man.
I don't
They're,
know.
like they got pulled out of circulation so hard because
It's bad
I mean,
publicity.
I think it's great publicity. There's, I mean, their slogan is "Just do it."
That's true. They fucking did it, dude. They went full send, you know?
They just did it, and it was all to go see like the greater, like the higher power, the aliens. That was the whole thing of Heaven's Gate. If you want to know even something more crazier, is if you go to Heaven's Gate's website. I've heard on Reddit that if you reach out to them, people write back because there's still people associated with Heaven's Gate.
They just like missed the boat, huh?
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. You're
Oh,
like, what?
man.
Oh, I missed it, bro.
Oh, they do have a website, and it's straight out of. They never updated it. It is OG.
That's the true essence of. Yeah, and that's a good comment. They're dead stock. Mm.
Mm.
I like those. What is one thing you would do if you had money? If because those are my two things for sure.
I'd get a personal chef,
A personal chef.
100%. Every day, living in my house, making me good stuff. Like whatever one of these Instagram people just making good shit. You have to live in my house now, because I feel like I don't know. Their job would just be buying vegetables every day and just coming back and cooking stuff. And if they're into it, I'm into it. That's what I would do, 100%.
What
Something.
would you have them live in your house though?
I mean, if I was like filthy fucking rich, I would never see them. It'd be a big ass house. I guess they can just live nearby. I don't want them to have to commute every day though. That sucks. They want
But
privacy.
you want well, what happens if you eat out? Would they be offended because they live there?
Sorry, put it in the Pyrex. I'll eat it tomorrow. No, that's true. Maybe not every day, but like kind of every day, you know? I envision like if I was super rich, I might buy like a compound somewhere and like put up my homies slash family that are within the circle in a house. But it's like there would be like an acre of land between all of them so that they don't get on my nerves, and we would all have fences and stuff. So we don't have to see each other. But like, hey, dinner's at my place from the personal chef if you want to come over.
I
Yeah.
I feel I would want a chef. I wouldn't want them to live with me though.
Okay,
And
maybe you're right. That was like an off top.
No, but I mean, like, hey, like, this is you. Like, that's your dream. I'm not going to take that away from you. If you want to live with you, I'm just talking my thought process out loud
Yeah.
because we do a podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
But, would you? So, I guess the question is, would you make requests, or would you say your dealer's choice? You're cooking for me.
I would like have them. They can pick stuff, but they have to send me for approval. Send me the menu for the week, and I will veto anything that doesn't fly. No dill, no dill. This is a no dill house. We also don't like pickles. Those touch, but they're not the same. So that's basically it, though. Everything else is on the table. Oh,
Wait,
no
I thought-
oysters either. Fuck oysters.
What is a dill versus a pickle?
Well, dill pickles are pickles that have dill in them, like, or they're seasoned with dill or whatever. Dill is an herb itself, and they throw it into, like, when you want to ruin potatoes, people just have this crazy urge. It's like what do they call those? Like invasive thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
You know when you're like driving on a highway and you think, "Gosh, I could just drive off this thing and kill myself." That's an invasive thought. So people have those with dill, where they're like, "I should ruin these potatoes," and then they go through with it, and it's like now you have potatoes with dill in them, and now what? You know?
What's the deal, yo?
So good, dude. You are hilarious.
Oh, thanks, man. I was like,
Wow.
I just thought about it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dill is an herb though, and I hate it.
I would have the chef most meals say, just make me what you want.
Really?
There might be a time when I'll request something really weird, but I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't request anything really weird. I guess I would make me a sandwich. That'd be different.
Ugh, yeah, and a sandwich every day for lunch. I don't care. Figure it out, dude. You know, because I love sandwiches. I would also open a sandwich store. We talked about this a while ago, but I would do that.
Would it be? You're a cold sandwich dude, aren't you?
No, I do both.
You do both.
Sometimes.
I don't like cold sandwiches. The only place where I like a cold sandwich that's good is Jersey Mike's. That's the only place where
Yeah.
I've enjoyed a cold sandwich.
Like a deli sandwich is bomb, dude. Or like an Italian, like a grinder. It's so good.
I prefer it hot.
They don't even do that.
Well, I get a hot sandwich.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because I want it cooked. There's something wrong with when it comes to my mind of
Yeah.
what cold sandwiches are. It just doesn't click with me. It doesn't resonate.
Okay, I mean that's fine. There's like cold soup. There's all kinds of weird cold stuff. Cold noodles. I don't like any of that, but a cold sandwich I can do. Um, Speaking of food, I want to talk about this for a second. So I just found out I literally came home and I just laid down in my bed face down and I just chilled for like an hour. I was so tired.
Okay.
And I was looking around. I got an ad for the Panda Express Innovation Kitchen. I don't know if anybody's heard of this. I had never heard of this, but it was an ad for a chow mein and orange chicken burrito that they
Yeah.
make at Panda Express, dude. I don't really fuck with the orange chicken that much, but I just want to go and I want to try it. So I was thinking maybe instead of wings, we could meet at the Panda Innovation Kitchen. But they don't serve beer.
Nah. Well, we'll get fucked up somewhere else down
Maybe
the
I'll
street.
just try it. Yeah, maybe we can get burritos to go and then go get fucked up at a bar somewhere and just living it up, you know?
You're all in on this
I am.
infusion of food.
I mean, I'll try it once. I just like I don't really like the weird TikTok trends where they go do like, you know, they mix up weird shit at restaurants or they're always doing weird stuff at Chipotle, and it's never that good. But I would check this out. I would see. They have apparently they make a bunch of different weird stuff. It's only got 3.5 stars on Yelp, but I think there's a lot of haters out there.
About the restaurant or about the burrito?
No, just on the restaurant in general. Like, but it's like what are you gonna go to a Panda Innovation Kitchen and then judge them for making weird shit? Like, what did you think was gonna
Is it
happen
a-
there?
So I've heard of this, but the question is the Innovation Kitchen an actual establishment of being, or do they just have someone fucking high making this food in a regular Panda restaurant and they just call it Innovation Kitchen?
No. I think it is an actual innovation kitchen. It is like labeled
Ah.
as such. I'm looking up pictures now. Yeah, I think it's like a place.
It's a whole thing.
I can't find an image of it now, but I saw something earlier. Yeah, and I think they just fuck with different stuff, man. They're making it weird stuff, and I'm into it.
You know
Yeah.
what I've been spending a lot of time on Reddit the last couple of years, and I was looking at the In-N-Out subreddit. Apparently, there's a McDonald's style burger you can get from In-N-Out, and everyone's saying it's really good.
Okay.
I want to try it.
What's the deal?
I think it's no spread. You get chopped onions, ketchup, mustard, and maybe tomatoes. I forgot.
Pickles. Yeah, I mean, you just strip it of all the veggies, I think, right?
But yeah, there's no lettuce and there's no spread. And I mean, I like the spread obviously, but there's something that allures me to the McDonald's style burger.
I
that
would
wanna
try
do.
it. You get a double, like a double cheeseburger because they're kind of small. It'd probably be pretty good.
I go 3x3.
Oh, do you really?
I
I've wanted to
normally
do that. It's tough.
when
though.
I go to In-N-Out, I've been getting the 3x3.
I always consider it, and I'm like, God, am I overdoing it? Like, do I need it? And then I talk myself out of it every time.
You got to go hard, dude.
I should.
Make it a thing. Do it.
I just thought of another food thing while you were telling that story, and
Mm-hmm.
I try not to just talk about food. Oh, this is what it was. It just came back to me. So when I was in Chicago, my girl's nephew comes out, or yeah, like nephew comes out, and he's like, I was talking about how I wanted to go to Chipotle, and he's like, "Oh, you have to record them, and then they give you more food." Did you see that thing? Did we
I've
talk
been
about
hearing
this?
about this. Yeah, we haven't talked about it. I've been wanting to talk about it because I was going to ask you, do you do that?
No, absolutely not. I wouldn't do that. It's so fucking weird. He was like, "Yeah, you don't have to actually record them. Just hold your phone up." And I'm like, I don't know if I can do it, man. But I do feel like they skimp you sometimes. And before I used to do the hack where you say half and half, and they don't know how to measure it out, so they just basically give you one scoop of each. But now there's like defenses built in. They train them not to do that because that doesn't work anymore. They
You know
shake the
what?
meat out.
Do you know what helps?
Hmm.
Is asking for a little extra rice. And then for some reason, everyone's minds go into they have to match the ratio of the rice. So they put a normal, like they put either a normal or a little bit more amount of protein on it.
That's
What I do.
interesting because I usually tell them not too much rice. I feel like they give you way too much rice. Maybe that's my
They,
problem.
yeah. I mean, you don't have to eat the whole bowl if you're a bitch, but like
I max out, dude.
yeah, you just get a little extra rice, and for some reason they always match that ratio for you.
So would you record them? Would you do the phone out thing? Phones out for Chipotle.
The old people, like, I've been going to the same Chipotle for a while, and I've built the rapport. I don't need to.
That's true. You're a
But
regular.
if they screw me, I'd be like, "Excuse me, I need someone to." Oh, steak boy,
I think
fix this.
when I
Fix
was
this
in
one.
when I was her nephew's age, I probably would. I probably would
Yeah.
have done that, you know, or if I was in college. I think now I'm like, nah, I'm not going there. But steak garçon. Yeah, I think now I'm past that life, but I might have in another timeline. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, I've been ripped off before by the idiot employee at Chipotle, and that's
Yeah.
why I didn't like going to Chipotle. But now I figured it out. I get a little extra rice, and I get it.
Or maybe they just like you, so they're like, we're gonna help him out. But he always gets so much rice.
Well, yeah.
Either way,
but
it works.
yeah, I guess I'll give 'em- Chipotle. We're gonna do this right now. You can put me on your little app as the Mark Bowl. It's white rice, little extra rice in place of no beans. So I say no beans, a little extra rice, chicken, veggies, corn, light sour cream, and in the location I go to, I had to stop asking for the lettuce. They like for some reason their lettuce is never good,
Mm.
so I skip on lettuce. If it's
It doesn't
oh, I
belong in
forgot-
there anyway. That's weird.
I forgot about the fajitas. I get the fajitas too.
Yeah. People who put lettuce in their burritos, I'm like, you're banned. Get out of here. That's weird.
Well, it's supposed to be in the bowl.
No, I know, but people add it to everything. They just like when you see a white dude go to Chipotle, he's like, "Oh yeah, just put a little lettuce in there too." I'm like, "What are you doing, dude? Are you confused?"
Are you having a stroke in the middle of this line?
Fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Make him repeat himself. That cannot be what he said. There's no way. Sometimes it's true.
Yeah, not the lettuce.
Not happening for me.
Yeah, they always fucked it up. You worked in retail, right?
I did.
Would you ever get pissed off if your boss sent you home early?
I was always dying to get out of there, so I think no. Why? Do you have a story?
Obsies.
Hit me with it.
Irving Wingstop employee shoots boss after being sent home early.
Whoa.
Police say that a fight between an employee at an Irving Wingstop and his boss led to deadly shooting on Monday night. Police were called into the Wingstop on East Irving Boulevard around 7:30 p.m. on Monday. There, officers found 19-year-old Christopher Govea dead and another person with injuries. Police say the suspect, 22-year-old Mark with a C, obviously, Leon ran from the restaurant on foot. He was taken into custody within 10 minutes, and a gun was recovered. An arrest warrant affidavit for Leon says the argument started when he was sent home early by Govea, who was manager at a restaurant.
Homie wanted those hours, dude.
Yeah.
He's saving up for a PS5 or something. He's pissed. I don't know.
I mean, when I worked, I didn't like to be sent home early because obviously I'm here to work unless I had
Yeah.
something to do. But I was like, I want my hours. That kind of sucks, but I didn't come out here to work, and then all of a sudden you cut me at 2 hours. I got pissed
It
off.
is kind of bullshit. Yeah. I mean, I remember when I first started working retail, I wanted to work at the van store. And so I applied at one right at the Northridge Mall, which is next to the college I was going to, CSUN. And I got the job like earlier than I needed to. So they were like, they were bringing me in for shifts, and I would drive from fucking Palmdale all the way to Northridge to work a shift. And then if they would have cut me early, I'm like, damn, I just drove an hour to work 2 hours and then drive back home an hour. And it felt really bad, you know. But if you're right down the street, it's not that bad.
You drove from Palmdale to Northridge.
To work at the mall in Northridge making minimum wage. I was making like $10 an hour. It was crazy. But it was just because I had to lock in that job, bro. I wanted to work at the van store. That was actually a really fun job as a college guy, you know. But the first couple weeks were not ideal.
Palmdale, dude.
I moved.
That's a long drive, man.
It is a long drive, dude. Especially like if they want you to like open or something, you know, it's like, oh my God, like I have to get there. You have to leave early. I would have to leave for like 8 a.m. math class. I would have to leave at like, I don't know, 6 in the morning or something. It was crazy. I failed that class. It wasn't happening.
Yeah, I just shooting your manager though. I mean, there's a lot of layers to it because I think we all want to like fight our bosses, right?
Sure.
But to actually pull the gun and unload it, he had a gun on him. I mean, it's Texas, I'll give you that.
Yeah,
so people have
every
guns.
day. Yeah, with a gun.
But I've never been that mad where I'm like, I'm going to get my gun and shoot you.
Maybe this dude also like fucked his girlfriend or something. We just don't know the context, you know? Because I feel like there's no way that single event set him off to kill someone, you know? Like nobody needs the hours that bad. Because now he's gonna be doing a lot of time.
He was boning his chick over the fryer.
Yeah.
And the straw that broke the camel's back was, I'm sending you home early.
Yeah, maybe he was just like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm out of here. Maybe he sent him home early so that he could canoodle with his girl in the back and it all happened at the same time. There's got to be more to this story. And these investigators, sometimes they're just so itching to call it a closed shut case, you know? They don't dig into the details.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, this has been a food episode. I'm going to keep rolling with it.
Yeah.
4th of July is coming up. Did you hear Joey Chestnut is banned from the Nathan's hot dog eating contest?
I actually did hear about that. Is he doing like PEDs or something? Like, what's his deal?
I love that I heard this on the ESPN app. Like the notification told me Joey Chestnut banned from Nathan's. I think what it was, he took a sponsorship with a rival of Nathan's.
He's joined a different crew now, dude.
And that's what happened with I think that's what happened to Kobayashi too. Remember Kobayashi?
Mm-hmm.
There's
Damn, so Nathans don't play around. You got to be brand loyal.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, people with one name, it's reserved for greatness. There's Kobe, there's Shaq, there's Cher. We can even do Michael. There's LeBron, and then there's this competitive eater, this 5'8" or whatever, and like 120 shredded Japanese guy, Kobayashi.
Pretty sick.
And we never got, and I don't know if this is still the news. I don't know if you want to look this up or someone listening can do this. The fact that I think Netflix secured a deal to finally put Kobayashi versus Joey Chestnut on a Netflix exclusive streaming.
That's pretty sick. I'm into it. I would watch at least an episode.
Well, it's a live event.
Oh, I see. It's one of those things. Okay.
Which I want to see. Kobayashi is that dude.
His Wikipedia says he is the godfather of competitive eating. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Do you remember, I don't know if we talked about this, the TV show, MTV True Life?
Yeah, vaguely. Yeah.
And they'd always have someone like, oh, I True Life, I'm a teen mom, or True, like, one of the episodes was True Life Competitive Eater. And they followed 3 people, one who was a competitive eater. Yeah. And there was another person who was on the way up trying to be a competitive, like a professional competitive eater. And it was the most fucked up thing I've ever seen in my life,
Yeah.
which was this guy was going to all the different types of eating events that he could win. And the one that this guy goes to a church and it's a bread pudding eating contest, and the winner that held the title for the last 25 years was some sweet grandma. And it's like
He knocked her ass out, dude, huh?
I think like there might be a little bit of like she probably did have that dog in her first 10 years, but at some point this is the legacy winner and we've all kind of upheld this. You will always win when you're alive because you're holding the streak at 27 years, maybe 30.
Yeah, it's like you're honoring her, letting her win. Sure.
And this son of a bitch, dude, I don't care if you're trying to compete for competitive eating. There's no federation that would take that loss and be like, "Oh, dude, like we would have you in our competition, but you lost to this old lady." These are not sanctioned matches. This was at
Right.
a fucking church. Sorry, but this is at a church, and he out ate her in bread pudding. And it was the saddest thing because like this guy was obviously a machine because he's been working for this, and this poor grandma is like, like. It was kind of like looking like a turkey with her jaw, like man, and she was trying her best to hold on to the title, but her efforts were futile, dude.
That makes me sad, dude.
It made me sad, and I said, "Don't fucking." He bodied her, obviously, but it's like this is her moment. This isn't your moment to take just because you're trying to compete in the most. Mind you, this is a fucking sinful thing to do. Gluttony.
Hey, it's true. It's up there.
You're competing to be a glutton, and that's what you're training for. And you did this at a church. That's double whammy of you're going to hell, bro.
Yeah, he's getting hit right now. Who's it? Who's the one at the gates? He's like taking notes.
Peter.
Peter's up there like.
Peter. Like, nah, dude. There's a special place reserved for you. Like, this lady was an angel, obviously,
She probably
Like-
made the bread pudding. She's probably really sweet.
and he did that. And I was like, nah, dude. If I was in a crowd, I'm like, I don't care. We're fighting him.
Yeah, shut this man down. Take his pudding away.
We're fighting this guy. I just think that has to be it. All right.
We're
you got
almost
another
at the
story?
mark here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We can just like we'll end it soon. But like, I realize that the cycle resets.
Oh, so we're good?
Yeah, we're good. No, yeah.
Oh,
but,
okay.
but you, if you're listening to us now on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or however you get your podcast, you should be hanging out with us on Twitch as well because we have a little bit of a, and we're kind of thinking of a name for it. I don't want to call it a cool down. I was going to call it Stretch Labs, but apparently that's a business already. So like,
Taken.
what is the extra 15 minutes that we do live exclusive on YouTube and Twitch called? I don't know what it's called, but maybe you guys can give us some inspo. Tell us what you think.
Give us your thoughts. Send us your ideas.
If
Maybe
you
your
name
idea
it-
could be featured on the show.
Yeah, you can produce the show. Here's another food story. Woman spent a month in jail because police mistook dried spaghettio residue on a spoon for meth before crime lab's test finally realized their error. Do you want to guess where this place was?
Florida.
A Florida woman is free to eat pasta in her car once again after serving a month in jail because cops confused a crusty spoon in her possession with spaghettio residue for meth. Ashley Gabriel Huff, 23, was arrested on July 2 by the Gainesville Police Department after they suspected her of having meth residue on a spoon. It says right here, she was released from Hall County Jail on Thursday after crime lab analysis confirmed that the spoon had residue instead of drugs. I think she said it had been SpaghettiOs. From what I understand, she was a passenger in a car and had a spoon on her near her, and I guess the officer, for whatever reason, thought that there was some residue he added. Huff had no criminal record prior to her arrest. She maintained all along that there's no way in hell that's any sort of drug residue or anything like that. Huff originally tried going through the courts, but was unable to make all of her court dates. She was incarcerated again on August 2, but couldn't afford to pay bond. She considered taking a plea deal even though she committed no crime. And it was getting to the point where it was getting too expensive to fight it and get it. She was considering doing a deal, a plea.
That's the worst, dude. The system is fucked up, man.
Well, I mean, my question is, you don't do meth on a spoon. That's heroin.
Yeah, I mean, I guess spoons are sketchy now because it's just people think you're doing drugs on them. Like she does look like she kind of does drugs though. If you look at the picture,
Well, you have to look like that if you eat SpaghettiOs out of a can in your
that's
car.
true. What the hell is going on with this girl in her life that she's eating SpaghettiOs in a car? Because that means they're not warm, right?
No.
She's eating cold SpaghettiOs in the car.
Well,
Get
I
this
mean,
woman some help.
it's Florida. You can roll your windows up and leave it in the car for a little bit and
That's true.
let let Mother Nature do its thing. Eh, in Florida, dude.
Nothing surprises me from Florida anymore.
When was the last time you had SpaghettiOs?
God, I don't even know. 20 years probably. I don't even remember liking SpaghettiOs that much when I was little though. I always thought they were kind of shit. Do you like spaghetti? Did you like SpaghettiOs?
I mean, I ate them.
Yeah.
I think the commercials had me hype when I saw them. I said, "Oh, I like spaghettis and I like the letter O. Let's put me in, coach. I'm in."
I was more of a Chef Boyardee kind of guy, you know?
Oh, because they had the ravioli.
Yeah, raviolis, those I would eat actually quite a lot of. I should try those again because I bet you they're terrible also, but I would eat that.
I always knew Chef Boyardee like canned food was not for rich people, so I thought ravioli was for rich people. I mean, for poor people.
I used to think tortellini were fancy, and I would feel really like up when like prideful eating tortellini until I realized my mom was getting them at Costco. I'm like, oh, okay, this is just another thing.
Pinkies up when I eat these.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm still tripping about the fact that the cops held her in for jail for a month.
Even if she was doing meth in there, like if they can't prove it, why do they just keep her for so long? That seems terrible. That could happen to like one of us. I mean, I would get bond, but still, you know.
Would you get bond? I don't know.
It
Does
depends what
everyone
the
get
bond
approved?
was. I guess they gave her a bum deal. I think. I don't know.
But like I mean, that's a. I didn't know this was a thing, and I know the cops generally suck. There was these two cops who essentially kept this guy in interrogation for 72 hours because they thought he killed his dad.
Okay.
And so they started saying, "We found him dead, and he's dead, and we know you did it." And they held him, and they said that they were going to kill his dog or something like that.
Oh my god.
But the plot twist was the dad was old and he got lost. So eventually he came back home.
So he wasn't even dead.
He wasn't dead. The cops tried to pin the fact
Oh,
that he was a missing person.
yeah.
And he said, "Nah, dude."
They were trying to play him, dude. And then here's this guy worried that his dad is missing, right? His old dad, and then he's getting interrogated for 72 hours. I think you start losing your sanity after you've been up for like 30 hours. I mean, most people, you know.
He confessed to saying he did it because he was just like he was going crazy.
Yeah.
It's kind of impressive, like watching someone psychologically break down. And it's like, I mean, these guys knew what they were doing.
If I could get like a, highlight reel of that, I would check it out. I don't know if I could do I would be interested in watching that, but I wouldn't watch, 72 hours of tape. But
I mean,
like a
maybe
mashup.
we can, instead of getting advertising, we can license our show to sleeper cells and torture people. That could be something.
Yeah, just make them listen to episode 1 through 15 just straight. Anybody will confess,
Yeah, like I can't do it. We are episode 28, dude.
28, the food episode. Feels good.
We're such like foodie influencers, I swear.
Could be. I've been thinking about that food I ate in Chicago this week, and I was like, man, I could just take that train there, dude, and I'll be there in 2 days. Just get another burger.
I appreciate the thought, but I don't know if I want to call the cooldown session a cab. I don't know what that means. All we gotta do is say buzzwords and people start, like participating. What's wrong, dude? You look like some.
Somebody just walked into the studio unannounced, so I give them
No.
that look. I was
Was it a
making a
cat?
face, I guess. No, it was not. It was a human
Oh.
person.
Oh,
It's okay.
now you moved. I haven't seen your pussy in some time.
Yeah, she's kicked out of the studio, dude. She's
Oh,
to
yeah?
be in the living room now. Honestly, there's this chair by the window, and she just lives there now. Like as soon as I let her into the living room, she just goes to the same chair and just chills there all day. Like she really likes that chair, so she stays out of my way. It's actually really nice. It works for me.
All right. Well, dude, I think that's a good place to end. I'm getting kind of hungry.
Yeah, same.
Where can they find us?
We are To Live and Talk in LA. You guys can find us on YouTube and Twitch live every Wednesday at 7:30. You can also check out our recordings on Twitch and YouTube if you want to run it back. We're also wherever you get all of your podcasts. I'm getting creative with this one today, Mark. Finally, you can follow us on social media on Instagram and TikTok. Show us some love.
Post your Malort video.
I'm going to actually tomorrow. So
All right.
you guys get to see it.
All right, my dudes, podcast people, we'll see you next week. And you know the drill. We're going to be doing insert name here for the next 10 minutes after the show because it's exclusive. Peace. Dude, another one down.
Another one in the books.
Dude, summer sucks, bro. I can't even like turn on the fan here. I need to figure out what I can do to stay cool during a show. It doesn't look like I'm sweating, but I'm sweating.
You're doing a good job of like sneaky wiping it away.
I'm like, oh, I do declare.
Yeah, you
I need
should
a
just
fan.
get one of
fan.
those hand fans, and you can just do it off camera, just like that. You know.
I knew. I mean, I didn't grow up rich by any means. Like we struggled, right? And I remember like growing up, like we didn't have central air in the apartment. Still don't in my apartment right now. But it, like there's AC and great. But one of the things they said was a life hack of, oh, what you do is, fill up a milk jug with water and then freeze it. And then put it in front of a fan, and it'll cool you down. And I was like, "All right, dude. Like, this is obviously for poor people.
Yeah.
This is obviously
I've
for
heard
poor.
of
And
those.
I don't like that.
It's a little sad having some ice in front of a fan. Like I don't want to do that.
It's not even ice. It's you froze the water
I mean, a milk jug or whatever it is. Yeah,
in a
it's,
milk
like,
jug,
so bad.
in a gallon jug.
I was thinking you could wear like a beanie and then throw a bag of ice in the beanie, and like no one will know you have a bag of ice on your head.
Can y'all do a live podcast at 626 Market, please? I mean, the answer is yeah. I don't know how to do it. If you can,
There's some logistics that need to be figured out, but I would love to do a podcast from somewhere where we just get. But then people have to watch us eat, which is not for everyone, you know. But I could try.
you can show your wing dipping method.
Oh yeah, this is never seen before, ever. This is a truly unique thing to me, which is actually kind of funny. I'm just like not like other guys, you know.
You're different.
Yeah.
There's not to put them on blast, because we all know science. I wa- in addition to how weird it is to for how you dip your wings, and which is actually not really dipping it. Can you emulate how you would eat a taco? Pretend you have like it's improv, dude. We've done this before. You take the taco. Whoa, wait a minute.
No, you gotta tell. You gotta, you know.
I was gonna say I was freaking out, man. I watched him eat a taco,
Yeah.
and he ate it. He literally did that.
Yeah. If it's
And
the
that was-
last bite, I'll throw it in straight, you know. But if it's the first 2/3, you gotta go like this.
The first bite.
Damn.
No tilting of the head. You st-
Homie must have a big mouth or something. I don't know, dude. That's hard to do. Truly.
that was weird, dude. I was like, he.
Is this on video somewhere, or y'all went out to lunch?
I'll show you later.
I say, yeah. Show me the tape, dude.
I record people eating all the time. It's like Anthony Edwards with the abortion video. Send the video.
Send it. That's funny. Hey, you know what? He's just like he's doing things differently, dude. I'm happy for him.
Yeah, he
I
is.
think, you know, like people eat pizza in weird ways sometimes, and I'm like, should I try that? Okay.
By weird, do you mean
You ever do two
fork and
slices of
knife?
pizza and put them on top and just eat them both at the same time? I've seen people do that.
Wait, 2 slices?
Yeah, and then you
No, I
just
haven't done that.
you make them like a sandwich. It's like a pizza sandwich.
Dude, I didn't talk about this. It's more food stories, which is I hung out with Javi the other night, and we got drunk, and we went to a pizza place in Hollywood, and I am known to eat anything, and I'll finish it.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I'm kind of hungry. I want to go ahead and throw down on the stuffed pizza. You know, it essentially looked like two pizzas, but it was like it's just a thick. It's like kind of a calzone, but it's in the shape of a pizza. And I bit into it, and it was fucking terrible. It was so bad. I don't know if if they just cooked it like 9 days off the line or something. It was so bad, and I was drunk, and I said, I can't eat this.
Wow. Especially when
That
you're drunk. That means that really must have been terrible because I think everyone's tolerance, expands a little bit when you're drunk.
it's sad, dude.
That's hard.
Here's another life hack. Have you all done the Costco monster? Wait, what? Get this pin out of the way. The monster chicken bake. Costco monster.
Are you
This thing is
okay?
fucking blunt.
There's a period in there.
No,
The
because like,
Costco monster.
I was getting to pin this message and click the reply, and it wouldn't go away. And I was like, I don't know what he's saying, and it went away. Chicken bake with the Costco weenie inside, everything wrapped in a pizza slice.
God, that sounds terrible. We can make one and then cut it in half. I'm down.
I was in Third Eye Portal folds a pizza like a taco. I will do that with the pizza. I'll like fold it and
Do you
eat
eat
it.
it sideways then, or do you eat it straight? If it's folded taco style,
I fold a taco.
I think
No,
you
I
then
told my head. I
tilt.
told my head. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to.
I was thinking about doing a live, drunk podcast. I was actually thinking about that today, and I was thinking maybe we can do it like on a Friday or Saturday night. I don't know, because Wednesday, like to get shit faced on a Wednesday night, I get up early on Thursdays. So.
Yeah.
But maybe it's not like a podcast, but it's a live stream, and we're shit faced doing it. I'd be down
Just
for that.
getting drunk. Yeah, we could.
There'll be a pregame. We can call it the pregame, so you can watch us get drunk and go out.
Yeah, that would be fun. I'm into it. And we're, you can come down to, maybe we can meet somewhere. Because Javi's on my part of town now, kind of. You got to come
No,
to
he's
us.
not.
Yeah, he is. We're south of we're near LA, dude.
No, you're like downtown is downtown is about 5 miles from where I'm at.
You described me as West LA earlier in the
You're
show.
You're West LA.
And he's LA.
Yeah,
Is he
but,
not?
It's but it's 5 miles away. How many miles is downtown from you?
He's 5 miles from you?
Downtown is.
Let me pull my map back out. Hold up for a second. Here.
Let me
Okay.
get my let me get my Tommy guide, my Thomas guide.
Okay. It's not that far. I'm getting directions right now. What the hell is my address? Use my location. I think it's 6323.
Oh,
Whoops.
you're gonna say
Nothing Avenue. Don't worry about it. I got it wrong anyway. Wow, is it really 11 miles to downtown LA? That seems crazy. Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
are
'cause-
closer to each other than I am. Fuck.
That's what I'm saying. Downtown's not the middle ground of us.
No, it's not. Well,
You
what if
didn't-
we could all meet in like Larchmont? It'd be like a nice little central spot, or somewhere like at like in that Hollywood area, like by the Chinese theater and that whole like janky walking stuff. There's that's like the triangle.
Yeah, that's it.
East
That
Hollywood.
would be that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Little Armenia, even.
Yeah, and I mean, that's also 6 miles from me. Glendale's the place to be, dude.
Glendale has a lot of stuff. It's true.
I'm 6 miles from everything.
And
I'm
you're
like
also next to Pasadena, which is nice.
I'm like clueless. Everything's 15 minutes from here.
Yeah, that's true. Well, except
That
for
really-
my house, but
Yeah, I know. That really hit me though. Like everything's 20 minutes away in LA. Like that line stuck with me. That and the fact that she wanted to bone her stepbrother.
that part was kind of weird. I remember my girlfriend was not able to finish the movie with me, and at the end I was like, "What?" And I woke her up. I'm like, "So did she hook up with her stepbrother? Is that the takeaway?"
Yeah,
What
it's
the hell
hot
is
guy
this
Paul.
movie?
It's hot Paul Rudd, dude. It was
Yeah.
it was essentially the first iteration of hey stepbrother, you know, like stepbrother, stepsister.
So fucking weird, dude.
Hmm.
I think it's not okay. Actually, like that was so
Y-
weird.
Do you remember the movie Dirty Dancing?
A little bit.
It came up recently, and I totally thought about it because someone said I watched it with my family. Dirty Dancing starts with essentially like a backdoor abortion, like in the fucking streets.
Yikes. Not
It was
great.
it was a dark movie, dude.
I watched a movie with my girlfriend's family. They have a nice like basement home theater area. I was like, "Ugh, I love this. This is perfect. There's no light anywhere. It's perfect. And I put on Burn Notice, or no, not Burn Notice. Burn After Reading, I think is what it's called. It's like a movie with a bunch of people in it. I had heard about it a million times.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like some dildos and people getting shot in the head and stuff, but it's still held up as an okay movie for the adults of the family. You know, there was a high schooler there, but it was fine. But I think a backdoor, street abortion, that would have kind of fucked up the vibe.
I mean,
It's
that was
not
Dirty
right.
Dancing. There's
Yeah.
no, I mean, the premise of Pretty Woman could not be made today, right?
Mm-mm. It's a
A
weird one.
prostitute falls in love with a rich guy
Sex
who loves
worker.
gerbils up his ass. Sex worker.
Yeah. And then, she just like, he fixes her or whatever with his penis. Is that the synopsis of that movie?
It's
Or does she fix him?
it's a little bit of Who Saved Who, right? You get
Chicken
the
or the
little
egg?
Who Saved Who, the bumper sticker of Who Saved Who. It's like I mean, she's Julia Roberts. I was peak Julia Roberts at the time, and he was a rich guy, but they fell in love.
Is
Imagine
Julia
falling in love
Roberts
with-
the one that people say she's not attractive? Because I think she's pretty.
I think you're thinking of Sarah Jessica Parker.
No. Maybe. Let me Google her. Too long of a name. Too many letters. What the hell?
Sarah Jessica Parker. People always made fun of her when she got older. I'm like, she's fine.
Yeah, she's alright. My internet connection is unstable. What's going on? I've never seen that before. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, who's the horse-faced lady from Sex and the City? Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah, well, they made fun of her on South Park. I remember that. No, it's a person who looks
Oh.
like Julia Roberts. People who look. Anyways, I'll figure this out later. But you were asking me if this person was attractive like a while ago, and I was like,
Was it Maggie Gyllenhaal?
no. Oh, it's this one. Oh, she doesn't really look like Julia Roberts. Never mind. I'm off base. Dude, our layouts got all messed up. Something happened. What the
Oh,
frick?
now it's a giant. Yeah, it's me, just all zoomed in.
I don't know how this happened.
I think that's a sign for us to end the cooldown
All
or
right,
whatever
well.
we get named.
I'm cooled all right, dude. Here, I'm fixing us. Here we go.
Face right there. Boom, right there. I'm all zoomed in on
It's
Well,
totally broken. I don't know how this happened. Anyways,
Twitch,
what are you gonna
YouTube.
do?
It's good hanging out with you guys. We'll take the ideas, we'll run with it. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, thanks for sticking around, guys.
All right, end it, and then I'll end the recording.